a basketball player. Now that I'm without you.
This is Amanda Marshall's new single, I Hope She Cheats, out now. She joins us now to tell us more about her new album and her summer tour. Thanks so much for joining us. It's so great to see you here on Morning Live.
Good morning, Hamilton.
Good morning. Okay, everybody wants to know about the new album. Tell us about it.
The new album is called Heavy Lifting. It comes out on June the 9th. We are embarking on a cross-Canada tour that starts on June the 11th in Moncton, New Brunswick, and takes us all across the country. And it has been an incredibly overwhelming and incredibly gratifying few weeks traveling all across Canada and talking to everybody all across Canada after 2 decades of being sort of out of the music business. This new record is really a huge change for me personally and professionally and creatively. It was sort of total creative freedom because I had not put out a record in almost 2 decades. It's the first record that I wrote and produced entirely myself, which was an enormous learning curve, and I fell very, very sort of accidentally backwards into doing it. So we're really, really excited about it. We're in rehearsals for the tour right now, which is why I can't be with you this morning, and we are just getting ready to go out and are very, very, very excited.
That's so great. What an inspiring challenge to kind of take on so many years later. What inspired some of the singles?
Well, I Hope She Cheats, the first single, is actually the only song on the record that I didn't write. It was written by Marsha Ambrosius, who was one half of an R&B group called Floetry in the early aughts out of the UK. Marsha's an incredibly brilliant songwriter, and it was such a clever and compelling lyric. It came very late in the recording of the album, and it was so compelling that I wanted to make it the first single because it really sort of influenced the rest of the record and made me kind of reconsider a lot of my own work on the rest of the album. The rest of the album harkens back, I think, a lot to my earlier work. There are songs that really are reminiscent of songs like Dark Horse and Birmingham. There are a lot of sort of R&B and kind of rock pop influences on the album. There's a lot of guitar on the record because I came up under the wing of Canada's own Jeff Healey, who was introduced me to a lot of other guitar players. So there's a lot of guitar on the record. It's a real, it's a very sort of personal and very kind of varied work.
Now, you're literally going across the country, coast to coast, and I know you've done this before. Any favorite spots that you're looking forward to performing at?
Well, the venue in Hamilton actually is one that I performed at. I think I've performed there twice. And very sort of early in my career. It was one of the very first shows we did on the very first tour.
Wow.
So it was kind of premiered this first record that is also sort of celebrating its sort of 25th and a bit anniversary this year. It celebrated its 25th during the pandemic, so we wanted to kind of incorporate that into this tour. But you know, places like Massey Hall in Toronto are, of course, obviously very close to my heart. I'm a Toronto girl. Places like Montreal, where we've played before, we've recorded shows there. We've been to that venue before. But honestly, I don't know any musician who does not look at touring as a vehicle to get out and see the country and really connect with an audience, which is the biggest part, I think, for all of us who do this for a living, whether you've been touring these last 20 years like I haven't, or whether you have. People long to get out and be together and see live music, which is really what it's all about. So doing a summer tour in particular in Canada, obviously when the weather's good, is, you know, the best.
Yeah, I think, you know, you'll have to deal with a couple of thunderstorms here and there, but that's about it. And those outdoor venues, oh, it's going to be such a blast for you to just really celebrate your music. Being, you know, in Canada, it's going to be great. Where can people still get tickets?
You can get tickets through my website, amandamarshall.com. You can get tickets at Ticketmaster. You can get tickets through Live Nation. They're available pretty much all over the place.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Amanda. Best of luck this summer. Hope you have the best time. And thanks so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you. We'll see you soon.
See you soon.